The boy Dub Deuce in the building.
All right, what up, what up, what up? It is that guy Dub, and I'm back with another video. How you guys doing at the end of the day? Shout it, I'm good money. Now today, Shout it had to spin the block back on your boy. You said my favorite comedian in the city of the land itself, Key Silly. What's happening, gang?
What's good, gang? You already know what it is. Silly gang. Key Silly, you know what it is.
Okay, you just like right now. You said we're gonna start off because we're just post Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right,
like
right.
with everything that's going on in your life, what are you most thankful for right now?
Family. You know what I'm saying? The family, and not just one side of it. You know what I'm saying? The family that I built and the
Mhm.
family that I come from. I'm most thankful for that. And to be honest, like everybody that's been supporting, like you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is, to sharing my post, like to sending DMs. I don't really be into social media like that because it's a wicked place. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I see it and I try to remind myself to get at it, but I be at peace. But I'm thankful for everybody that's rooting for me and everybody that's rooting for the people around me. Like I'm really thankful for that. Like I'm
Mhm.
just, you know what I'm saying, most important of all, I'm just thankful to be here
Absolutely. Now, you
too.
said we're just
Can't
coming off.
forget
We're
that.
just com-
Can't forget that.
oh, absolutely. No, we're just coming off the OEAs, and you said officially nominated. So you said what was that feeling that you got when you were nominated?
I was like, oh shit, me? And I was like, damn, he's so silly too. I was like, damn, is that me? But shit, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in the land with that name. So I'm like, shit, hell yeah. I was pumped, you know what I'm saying? And then I was up there with a lot of my guys, like everybody that was on the ticket with, I know, you know what I'm saying? Except for a couple of them, I do want to meet them, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? I was honored. Like that's fire, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know,
Mhm.
I was running up against some big dogs, and like I said before, the person who won was supposed to win. Shout out to Marcus Martin, man. Shout out to you, big bro. And you know, say congratulations, and everybody that won the award that night, all the honorees and shit was cool.
Mhm. Now, you said, of course, I didn't get nominated. I'm a little salty about that. I ain't gonna cap to you. No, I'm just joking. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
I feel you. I feel you.
Because at the end of the day, the rewards I get are you send people like you, and you send and that lock in with your boy. And we had these good conversations and everything like that. And people that enjoy the content. Now we all like our to get accolades and all that foolishness, but it's not about that. It's about having the conversation. It's about being in a safe space. About being able to talk about shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like not, I
Facts.
enjoy that. I just as long as you interacted with the content, that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
Okay. Now with everything going on in the world, you said like I was just scrolling my social media. I guess your boy Derek Chauvin, you said got stabbed up in prison. You said what is the nigga's cash app? Because I am going to donate a couple dollars. I'm just
You
gonna.
feel? Man, I feel you though. Like and that's why I said the social media is a wicked, wicked place. I'm looking at it like I could be so many sides. I could be so many sides to it. You
Mhm.
like, yeah, that's what the fuck he get. And a part of me still feel like, I mean, but what did it solve? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I'm always in a space of I'm just like, there go another headline. You feel me? And that's why I be like, I stay off of this shit. I know I gotta get, just for comedy itself, you
Mhm.
gotta have something about the world in your comedy, but at the same time, the stories that's always making the headlines, I just be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird place. It's a weird place. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I still feel like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the mans that did it, you know. I mean, free them. I mean, but I don't know, you know how that go.
Oh yeah.
You know how that go.
Mhm.
Cause that's tied into the jails too. Everybody wanted that man. You know how
Mhm.
that go.
Now you said every time that we get on my platform, we talk about you saying how to deal with children, especially in the space of social media. Now another
Facts.
story I just ran across, and you saying it was Beyonce being didn't want to let Blue Ivy be on stage with her, and then she had to find out that Blue actually was reading the negative comments about her. Now, you saying as a parent, You were saying like how would you have dealt with that sort of vitriol and backlash that Blue Ivy got with your own child?
Personally, I prepare my family for all of it all the time.
Mhm.
I let them know. I said, first of all, me going into it as a black lesbian, I'm gonna get ridiculed regardless. So I let them know, like, no matter what the outsiders say, we always know what the truth is, no matter what. And that just goes to show that that's great parenting on their behalf, because at the end of the day, they didn't let it tear their baby down. You get what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
she looked at it like, okay, so y'all think that I'm slacking. Let me show you who I know who my mama is, and I know who my pops is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was one of those, you got to know how to take the criticism and turn it into your diamonds. That's what pressure, you know what I'm saying? That's just what things do. You know what I'm saying? Pressure make diamonds. So at the end of the tour, she showed them who she was. And
Oh yeah.
that's the same thing with my daughter. Like, I'm teaching her, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't always have to be so lenient with things. You know what I'm saying? If someone say something to you, I'm teaching my baby as a comedian. You understand what I'm saying? I'm teaching her how to be able to whip back at them. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting her with some snappers, but I'm also letting her know, like, people are going to say things to you.
Mhm.
You have to know that you are beautiful. You have to know that you are smart. You have to know that anything in the world that you can do, we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk about what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? We look at it like, if this is, like, right now we're working on something with our daughter, you know what I'm saying, on her reading. She's doing great at math. We're working on her with reading right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's more so like, for her to be a COVID kid, and she wasn't in daycare. You know what I'm saying? She didn't go to preschool. She went straight from our care straight to kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
So her progress alone, to me as a parent, knowing that this is her first time learning a lot of this stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm cool. But at the same time, I'm looking at, what do I need to help y'all help me help her? You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's like, it comes with that great parenting, and I believe that that's what that stems from. I'm sorry, that's a long-winded answer, but when we're
Hey.
talking about kids,
Mhm.
I'm real passionate about what what my daughter take in from the world, because she's not, my daughter is not on TikTok. She's only 7.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So my daughter's not on social media and all of that. We're trying to get this whole YouTube thing going on, but I'm trying to mature enough to let her know, like, everybody is not going to have nice things to say.
Mhm.
And I'm letting her know, like, it's okay. Don't focus on the people that don't have nothing nice to say. Don't focus on the people that's not supporting. Focus on the people that are pouring the good in you, because that's what you want to pour back into them. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
Because I saw a post that you said I actually spent most of last night because I was up playing my game. That's what I do. I play my game when I get off work, stuff like that. And I happened to be scrolling Instagram, and it was a viral video of a wife who's a surgeon coming home after a 13-hour shift and cooking dinner for her husband. The vitriol in the comments section. It was chef's kiss. It was beautiful.
and I don't get it. I don't get why people get so wrapped up in what other people doing in their house. You know what I'm saying? That should be so weird to me. So weird. That's funny. That is funny. I'm sorry.
He said, and the mofo is, I was basically like, you said, but when I looked at the video, I was like, first of all, look at their kitchen. I'm pretty sure they're both probably well off. And what if he can't
Facts.
cook and she likes to cook? You saying? Also, you said, like, maybe that's her thing. I was like, maybe you should take some time out, maybe get into therapy and stop turning to the fucking internet. You said, because you saying you're making assumptions off a 30-second video about somebody's whole life. It's like,
Facts.
you look stupid. And she was like, oh, yes, I guess I'll die alone. I was like, oh, my God. Now, the self-deprecation. Go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So what? So what actually you? So you got into it with somebody about that, like real live into it with somebody about that?
Well, I mean, it was in the comment section. I'm like, yo, you don't know the situation. So you're making a full-on assumption without the full context of the what's outside of this 30-second video. You talk about, oh, because people started off with like, oh, hell no, if I'm working 13 hours a day, you said he better cook for me. And oh my God, what? Like, maybe that's her thing. She's a surgeon, but you're saying, hey, she could have grew up with, what are you saying, with a big mama. Even that she loves to cook. You never know.
But she also a surgeon. That don't mean she was working that for 13 hours straight. You get what
Mm,
I'm saying? So
mm,
to her, if that's her marriage, why you like? That's why I be saying, like, that's another thing that me and my wife we coach each other on, because it's like the media is they're gonna have good things to say, and they're gonna have bad things to say.
mm,
Everybody got an opinion. You
mm,
understand what I'm saying? Everybody has an opinion.
mm.
It all goes down to what is comfortable in your household.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If that woman worked 13 hours and she felt like when she got home, she deserved to cook for her husband, we don't know what he could have worked the last 24. He could be a trucker. He could have
Mm,
been on the road for the last 48 hours. Or she said, well, she worked 13 hours straight and she came home and cooked for her husband. You get what I'm
mm,
saying? It's crazy how the media just makes it
mm.
so one-sided to have so much controversy. You get what I'm saying? In the situation that we don't, like you said, we don't even know. We
Right.
don't know them people. The fuck?
Exactly. Exactly. I told the young lady before I used to end the shit because, like I said, she started, like I said, with the whole self-deprecation, trying to be condescending. I was just like, you. I was like, you need to seek therapy and use instead of turning to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because you literally made up a whole story in your
Whole
head about these
story.
people's lives off a 30-second video with
You
no
see
context.
me? And look, me and you done came up with scenarios on how it could have worked with
Mhm,
their situation. Like I said, as you being a surgeon, she could have sat for 13 hours straight
mhm,
and not perform one operation on anybody. Could have been
mhm.
sleep. We all seen Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah,
You get what I'm saying? We
yeah.
know how this shit works. She could have been that all day and did nothing.
Mhm,
So she felt like shit. I ain't did shit all day. I got paid. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying that day. You get
mhm.
what I'm saying? When it comes
Yeah.
down to it, that day she didn't have no patience.
Mhm.
She there. But it's not
And
saying that she ain't doing her job. She just ain't have
exactly.
nobody to operate on.
Exactly, and as a truck driver that's been in the profession for 20 years, I've literally driven from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, all the way back to Canton, Ohio, and fixed my family Thanksgiving dinner. I've
You
done it.
get what I'm talking about?
So knock it off.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
There's like now we sit here and we look at the news, and I want to you to pick your brain about finding funny in certain things.
Okay.
Okay, now I guess in using El Monte, California, there's a mayor who basically is anybody that opposes her, she's basically like attacking them. He was like whether using trying to get them fired from their job. There's another mayor in Dalton, Illinois, that's literally spending all kinds of you send taxpayer dollars for these lavish trips. Like she's the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, but for whatever reason, she's in Alabama to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge and cost the taxpayers $22,000 just for one trip.
Oh
Now
wow.
you said like with those 2 scenarios, you said like how do you find the funny in that to get on stage to joke about it?
Funny thing is, I don't typically get in politics because it get too sticky.
Mhm,
Um, because you got some people that might think it's funny. When I get into politics, I get into it about the obvious.
mhm,
You understand what I'm saying? The constant raising of the prices and stuff like that, and stuff that is more understandable. When it comes into that type of stuff, I be I get real in with it because, like I said, you got some situations where, okay, I'm gonna make it funny. Just like, all right, because I can't never give a like straight answer. I gotta explain
mhm.
something,
Yeah,
right?
do your thing.
So I've been dead ass watching cop videos, like
Mhm,
cop videos, Karen videos. Like I literally been watching a lot of that shit lately, right? And I just been like trying to figure out different ways to incorporate that shit.
mhm,
And it goes in the same with that. It was a mayor. She got shit fucking wasted,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
And she got real belligerent, but it got caught on a body cam. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, do I make that funny? Because now she's at the brink of losing her job and shit. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Off of just one too many. But she was laying on the ground, man, sleep like she was laying in the bed. And I'm just looking at it like, I don't know if I should make that funny
Mhm.
or not, because it'd be like, I don't care about the culture, the cancel culture, because I mean, like I said, I got 2, 3, 4 in the chin just being a black lesbian. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? off the top. So I gotta take big steps to get there. So for me, it's like the cancel culture don't scare me. They intimidate me though, because
Mhm.
everything is so touchy. And that's why we can get into that's why the kids the way they is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so scared to just say the truth. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? If you fucked up, you fucked up.
Exactly.
You know
You
what
just
I'm
said
saying?
I made a post last night, and you said it didn't get that much traction, but you know what I'm saying. But it was what it was, and I made it on purpose. You should legitimately ask a question because like I said, I'm scrolling my timeline. It says that Chris Brown is now deemed anti-Semitic for dancing to a Kanye West song that says "I f the Jewish chick." And I'm looking at the comment section today, and they were like, "Oh, he's an abuser. Oh, he's anti-Semitic." I was like, "So you mean to tell me I can fuck any kind of bitch, but I just can't fuck a Jewish bitch?" You, I was like, we just gonna disregard the disrespect of a woman by calling her a bitch, but the word
Period.
Jewish is too far. Like,
Period.
it's like,
And that's what I'm
yo,
saying. And that's my thing. And then I make a joke about that, and now, boom, I'm getting. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
It's just like I said, go back to what we were just talking about. People gonna have positive things to say. People gonna have negative things to say. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the what you respond to. Cause I just seen too that he just like literally right before I got on here. I do most of my scrolling if I can on like Instagram. I don't really be on Facebook or like that. But I did see that he did post something like, you know what I'm saying? For anybody that needs to know, I am not, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but why did he have to come out and say anything? Why
right,
did you have to, you know what I'm saying? Why did you have to explain anything? You get what I'm saying? Why are we put in a world where somebody has to explain themselves because of somebody else's opinion? I
exactly.
don't get it. He don't
My
own
character
nobody's
should
shit. If
exactly.
y'all
My
go,
character should
it's
speak
so
for
hard because
itself.
they don't want to give him props on him having a dope ass R&B album. You get what I'm saying? And he dropping that shit on his own. You get what I'm saying? And that's what they don't want to give him the props for that. That he actually bringing back them bops. You know what I'm saying? They'd
Mhm.
rather try to destroy him because of what he did in the past. Get over it. It's so annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's weird. And he gotta come out and like, no, I'm not this, or no, I didn't do that, or I stop explaining yourself, man. Get your money, man.
Usually it's
That's
like
how I feel.
exactly. The comedian D. Ray Davis said it best. You see some years ago. He said because they were both kids for one.
Yeah.
And for two, if they were not in the limelight and superstardom, let's say they both were in college, they'd be having that same fight over ramen noodles.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Yeah, and it's just like like what irks me is like because you look at like somebody like a Chris Brown or like a Michael Vick, which that's a whole nother can of worms by itself. But it's like no matter like because right now you saying Michael Vick is an advocate for the ASPCA, but yet these mofo's still, even though he's done his time, they still hold him to that. And
Yep.
don't want him to be inducted into the Hall of Fame because of that. And like I said, the whole other can of worms is what I'm going to say. If I'm the cash cow of the fucking family, one of you goddamn assholes should have took that fucking hit. Period. Which is
Period.
why he doesn't fuck with his family now. But that's neither here nor there.
Period. Period.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Now,
that shit was even fried too because think about how many people actually do shit and more illegal shit than you get what I'm saying? Y'all just
mhm,
don't catch it. You feel me? But like you said, somebody was supposed to take that rap. But at the same time, you gotta be smarter than that. You gotta know how to even, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to throw rocks and hide your hand. You got that much money that you supposed to have them doing that shit. You ain't even involved. You get what I'm talking
mhm,
about? You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
It's all in how you gotta move too. You can't think. You can't think like the pawns. You gotta think like the queen and the king. You gotta think like, you gotta think like, no, those moves, I gotta send y'all out there to do that if that's the case. Y'all gonna get slaps
Absolutely.
on the wrist. I'm gonna get this. You get what I'm
Mhm,
talking about? Come on, man. Not everybody feeding to eat. Now I'm barely still making it for myself. Nah, bro.
mhm,
Nah. Over some dogs.
right. I mean, it's crazy. You saying like I said, you know what I'm saying?
Over
Like,
some dogs.
exactly. Now,
That much though.
here 2 years and wasn't it like half a mil in fines or something like that?
Over some dog. I'm not saying that dogs is over some dogs. That
It's
much.
it's
But
it's
people have
mofos
rape allegations and all types of stuff that comes up and murder
Mhm.
charges. Dogs. All right.
Yep. Now it's 'cause like you just said, it's people with, you know what I'm saying, rape allegations, or you saying being convicted of that. You know what I'm saying? That literally there's mofos. If you go and Google some of these people that Chris Hansen has, you saying, caught on to catch a predator, you said a lot of them mofos slaps on the wrist. You said like probation for 5 years.
Dogs.
You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
in
fucked up.
yes, it is. I ain't gonna cap to you. You just
And
it's
that's why
like
I don't try to get into that because I gotta separate how I really feel and make it
mhm,
funny. You get what I'm
mhm,
saying? But dogs,
yeah. I mean it's crazy. Okay,
you
now
ain't
you said
human trafficking and none of this shit. We talking about dogs.
now we touched on it last time when you said we spoke, but you said it's like they brought back Comic View.
Yeah.
You said you know, and you said on that ticket you had motherfuckers like a DC Young Fly, but you also had Ti on there. You said since then the Ti was pretty new to comedy. You said so now that it's been a while. You said so how do you feel like him transitioning from rap into comedy? How does that hit you?
It doesn't hit me in the way at all. That's just like a rapper transitioning to an actor or a singer transitioning to an actor.
Mhm,
He what is he gonna keep rapping about? Ti got kids, about to be got grandkids. What is he still rapping about? Still in the streets for?
mhm,
He doing what another outlet. You know what I'm saying? He thinking like at the end of the day, I'm a business. You
mhm,
know what I'm saying? I can't keep rapping about that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. At this time, it's like, now what can I talk about? Now look at all the shit that opened his doors. It's just now, can you be funny with it? Not
mhm.
saying that he's not, because I haven't seen none of his. I never seen none of his stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I can't say that he's not because I haven't seen it. But I do want to, because I mean, like I said, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, because back in the day, it used to be the situation where the actresses were getting a little upset and jealous of, you know what I'm saying, these singers coming to steal big movie roles from them. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? It's the same thing. However, he can't really take anything from me but give me another platform that I
mhm,
can use. He's already there. I'm trying to get to his status. So if he's stepping into comedy, guess what that's opening up for me? That's more doors opening up for Atlanta. For me.
mhm,
Because now he's thinking comedy. Of course he's gonna think of maybe getting his own comedy club or putting his money into one. You
mhm.
get what I'm saying? Now, what he do with it is up to him. Excuse me, my bad.
Hey, you good? And this weather changing, you said all kind of shit going around.
Man.
I ain't gonna cap to you. You said now, like you said, we sat here and we talked last time about you saying how you prepare to go on stage. You said you don't smoke, you don't drink. You said getting yourself centered and everything like that. And you said it seemed like everybody in it seems to me like everybody that's in you said in the group is like starting to take off and shine. You said like tell me about Heroin Ave. You said like what's up with that? When's it coming out? And you said when are we gonna be able to see it?
You gotta stay tuned, man. I'm not 100% sure, man. It could drop. Honestly, the way Ray Mel is doing his thing right now, it could drop anytime. No, as
Mhm,
long as we know. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's crazy to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm,
it's one thing to see a finished product,
mhm,
but to be a part of the process is like the hardest thing to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try, and I love being on set. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like, that is fire. Like, it really is fire to me. And I've been on set a couple of times, and it's like it gets more real to me as we go. Like, oh wow, wow, I'm really in the series. Like, and I really believe that this would be the next best thing for Cleveland. Like, real talk. Like, cause
mhm,
it's for one, it's so many different people in the show.
mhm,
And Ray and Amy, shout out to them. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of it. I'm telling you, bro, like that, like shout out to them. They doing their damn thing. You know what I'm saying? As independent people, you know what I'm saying? Putting that company together and how they got this going. I'm riding with them. You know what I'm saying? Then they still dropping and still, you know, writing movies and producing those too. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got their hands in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I'm just like I said, I'm happy to be a part of it. You know, Holla, that's my character. You know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna take off with it. It's real fun though being on set. It is.
Okay, you mentioned earlier that you said you're getting ready to get the YouTube popping.
Yeah.
Now, you said being on set and seeing things that happen on set, you know, because how did you said what little things did you pick up while being up on set that you wanted to incorporate into making your own content?
Um. Good question. Um. I know that it has to take patience, and my daughter don't have any right now, so that's why it's a slow start. Um. But in my content, I'm still trying to figure out what works. Like if you see, I'm not on social media a lot. I don't
Mhm.
do the content. I have my internet of things going and shit like that too. But then it's just like people that's, you know what I'm saying? It just turns into something else. You get what I'm saying? Like to the point where it's like, damn, I got to do it every day. And it's not that I can't do it every day. It's cool to do it every day. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I'm like, how can I turn it into videos? Videos is going to reach the audience that I need to reach.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm still figuring out. I'm still trying to figure it. I'm still figuring it out. If that's the short answer.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm still figuring it all out. If that makes sense, because I know what it takes to be on social media. I just don't like to be on it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like we didn't grow up with social media. We grew up with outside. You know what I'm saying? We
That
grew up
was our
with.
social media.
You get what I'm saying? If you wanted to talk to your homies, you called them on three-way. You get what I'm saying? Or you went to that crib. It wasn't no FaceTime and it wasn't no social media. I'm tagging you, bitch, tag me back. It wasn't none of that shit. You
Mhm.
wanted to kick it with your homies, you went and seen your homies. You know what I'm saying? So social media is still kind of for me, but I know I need it to get to that next step. I'm business wise, I know.
Right.
So I guess that's what on set it showed me like it takes consistency too. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know how to roll with punches. You gotta know through the obstacles. You gotta know like with it. Like I said, I know it's a business. You gotta know
Mhm.
that this video might do as well as this one. You gotta know how to balance
Right.
the shit if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's
It
really
does.
what my mind is focused on. My
Mhm.
mind is focused on what content will be different than what everybody else is doing, where I can stick out for it and still get views enough to where it's funny.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Because I was having a
And
conversation with my wife, and we were talking about how because what you just said, how we were growing up and stuff like that. Because now all these kids, you saying like every day they're coming home. Oh my God, you should have seen this fight. Look on my phone. Like, back when we was growing up, if you missed the fight, you just missed the fight. You
you
said
just missed it.
it's like, and the story that you're going to get is not exactly how it happened. You said because
No.
unless you were there, you were. But now it's crazy because literally, if you get into a fight, it's on the internet forever.
Yes.
It's,
Yes.
it's crazy.
And, you know, I'm a school bus driver. So
Mhm.
we getting radios about fights all the time. And the first thing the kids do, pull out their phone, pull out their phone, pull out their phone, pull out their phone. You know what I'm saying? It was a fight that broke out. I hurried up and closed my doors. I'm like, I'm not letting y'all off the bus, man. Say what y'all will. I'm not letting you off the bus to condone this. Man, sit down, man. I ain't
Mhm.
with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. And that's another thing. Like, everything is social media. Views, 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 views.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's weird. It is. It's literally a different time. I was literally talking to my wife earlier about that. Like
Mhm.
we really live in a different time, man. Like I know art. Think about it. I don't know the age gap. I don't really want to know the age gap. I know we old. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But we growing up and we're talking about the different times that we grew up in. We're like, damn, we ain't grow up with all that.
Mhm.
Then think about our parents. They looking at this. I know they looking at the world like, the fuck is this? Cause I know my grandparents was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? All my grandparents are deceased now. But you know, before my grandmother, I know she was looking at the world like, what? You know what I'm saying? My grandmother was looking at her phone with that big ass magnifying glass and still ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit different for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's different for everybody. This social, like, this shit crazy to me, bro. Niggas talk about flying cars. They still stealing Kias. We ain't even there yet. We not there yet. We not there yet. I mean, I'm doing my damn interview with you right now, my Kia. That's why I keep
Hey,
looking up and down the street, because you know, man. You know, you click the new hood, man. You gotta be
yeah, I
careful.
heard. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because like, who would have thought we'd become so technologically advanced that you can steal cars with USBs and use it like car chargers? Like they are legit. I mean, it's
Who would
like
have
you
ever
took all
thought I
that
had to
time
take
out.
my charger and my change out the car? Not because you're gonna steal it, but because you're gonna steal the car with it. I seen something, bro, where they putting quarters up against the what the
You
what the
said like
hell?
you remember back in the day when we had when there would be like antennas on people's houses to get reception for the TV and stuff like that. This pre like dish and like all that stuff like that. But it's just like I literally saw a video the other day. A mofo we said had a mask. It was two dudes. They had masks on, and one dude was holding one of these big ass antennas. Using that went on the top of the house and they was walking around the front of the house, and the other guy was literally trying to, I guess, use Buddy's key fob inside the house to bounce a signal off this antenna to unlock his car so they could steal it. I'm like, you motherfuckers got that much goddamn time on your hands to come up with that. You taking penitentiary chances. I mean, but like the ingenuity is genius. I'm not even gonna
I'm
lie
telling
to
you,
you.
man.
But you couldn't have thought of nothing positive to do with that.
I say the same thing.
I mean, it's like
Say the same thing.
insane. It's just
And
like
it's and you know, like you usually think it's like, because you grow up in like a production.
yeah, but you think Key Silly dropped off for a second. We definitely gonna get her back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But what we're talking about is just people in general. You think making a way, figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Going into different avenues. 'Cause like I said, you don't have to necessarily sit there and take, you know what I'm saying, like take something that you know is obviously criminal. You know what I'm saying, and take a penitentiary chance for like something that's not even gonna match monetarily. You know what I'm saying? And we got Key back.
I told you, man. I'm out here in the jungle, man. I'm sorry, bro.
It's
Lost
hey,
connection.
trust me, I understand. It is okay. We are not mad at you. But you said
Period.
like what we're touching on is that what I'm saying people taking penitentiary chances on you said something that's not even gonna you said be financially feasible tomorrow. You know what I
Period.
mean? I never understood that. I never got that. Now you said getting back into comedy because you said this. Of course, it's a horrific, potentially, allegedly situation with the Cassie Diddy situation. And you said like my thing is you said like I think it should be criminal. I think because the things that you allege that this man did. I have a different perspective on it because at the end of the day, like where does it come? Where does the line get drawn between, I guess, rape and just trying to please your man? Because you said the shit that you allege that he did is potentially criminal. You said, why do you want money and not justice? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe because I don't know. I can't speak for him, but what I can say is it's weird. Like, okay, they were basically shutting off the time for them to speak out.
Mhm.
Okay, they did that for a reason. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because now people are coming out, and my thing is, I get what a lot of people saying. Like, she had came out like, why would she come out now? And she's just doing it for money. Everybody think it was a money shakedown, but I'm just saying, like, people do sign NDAs. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And Diddy is one of them people that look like he make people sign NDAs. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't know the limitations on if she could have talked out,
Mm,
but if she could have took a check, because I mean, she settled, he paid, right?
mm, right.
Are we not looking at that fact that he paid to keep it, whatever it is that she was gonna say? Shut up, here, please shut up. But see, you can't shut everybody else up because now everybody like, no. If that's the case, I want some money too, because everything about that dollar, bro. That's why this shit's so weird to me. Because now everybody like, well, you can't shut me up, and I know a lot,
Mm,
so I want this much now. You gonna shut me up?
right.
Oh, is he gonna shut me up? I know a lot of stuff now too. If he giving her some money to shut her up, I know stuff too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
All in. Go back into what I said was you moving as pawns.
mm. You remember the movie Honey with
Yeah,
Jessica Alba?
yeah.
I did like the one thing that kind of crossed my mind when I was sitting there watching it. Well, actually thinking back on it now, you know that white uh, music video director that Jessica Alba you said wanted to work with so bad, and he ended up trying to you said abuse her, and ended up she ended up getting blackballed by him. You saying like you remember that part of the movie?
Man, I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I watched it,
Mm,
but dang, I only watched it maybe twice, maybe 2, 3 times.
okay. Well, you said
I
it was just funny to me because the actual using the choreographer from like making the band and all that stuff like that. It was actually the story was made when the movie was made about her. It was actually her supposed true life. And now
mm,
looking back in retrospect, you see, because was that character playing that, but the music director was actually using a representation of Diddy.
of
It was,
Diddy. Yeah, okay.
it was just like because like now all these other things are coming out. Like it's, you saying Wale allegedly got hung over a balcony upside down. Kid Cudi allegedly, you saying got his car blown up for trying to date Cassie. You said, like J Cole got slapped in the face for something by Diddy. I mean, it's like
So many different stories coming out, and for me,
mm,
I ain't gonna say all of them are false. I'm not gonna say all of them are true.
mm,
But I seen making the band, and he made them walk to go get that cheesecake, bro. Everybody ain't lying on dude.
big facts.
We seen that shit live, bro.
Yeah, we
Everybody ain't lying on dude.
mm-hmm.
Hear me?
You said now like you said as a comedian, you said because like I said, a lot of comics they'll go with the low hanging fruit to find the funny. You said when you just sat there because like nobody's talking about making the band like that. You said so that you took it back to the cheesecake. You said so like what's your process into going deeper than everybody else to you said to make your comedy work for you?
Because everybody is talking about the same thing, but it's how you be different about talking about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't think of the obvious or what everybody is going to talk about. You get what I'm saying? Everybody is going to make the same type of jokes with his name and compare him to R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You really just got to think deep into it. What will make me different? You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? Like, what will make me stand out versus anybody else? That's why I try not to get too deep into talking about the topics
Mm-hmm.
because, for one, everybody is not into the media.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you got this crowd, I'm not gonna do colors, but you get what I'm saying. When you got this crowd that's more into the drama, into
Mm-hmm.
the, like knowing what's going on in the headlines.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got this group that knows nothing about those headlines, but know everything about the sports headlines. You understand what I'm saying? Then you don't have nobody. Nobody knows about the sports, but this person know about everything that's going on in the music world. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand who's in your crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't go up there. I go up there with jokes and perspective because I write in my mind, but I
Mm-hmm.
go up there with topics and I let the jokes naturally flow on stage because whoever's in that crowd, I can make whatever funny.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to make it funny for that crowd. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? That's why I've been trying to stay away from like cussing so much, but it it don't always work. You know what I'm saying? It don't. it's like that gentle parenting shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I try, but when I yell and cuss, it just seems so much better. You get
Right.
better results.
Now, you said, like, I'm gonna give you a, like, quick scenario. It's okay. It's like when when you're on stage and you're doing your thing, you saying like no matter what you do, there's always at least one person that doesn't necessarily seem fully engaged. And he was saying, I've heard of people sit there and say like that one person can throw off your whole using your whole energy. You saying like how do you navigate like how would you navigate that with somebody just like disengaged? You know what I'm saying? It's just like or do you just kind of ignore that person? You know what I mean?
I don't focus on what the person is doing before me.
Mhm,
I'm once I get in my zone, I'm not
mhm,
focused on what nobody else is saying on the stage, what
mhm,
nobody else is doing. I got my headphones in and I'm looking at the crowd. It's the crowd laughing.
mhm,
If they're not laughing now, I know I gotta come out here with some hitters now. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta bring their energy up. I can care less what the other person is doing on stage. I'm just focused on what I gotta do when I get up there.
mhm,
My main focus is to gain at least one person in that crowd to follow me, one
mhm.
person new to support me. I could care less what the next person do because they got it. We all comedians.
Right.
Not, you know what I'm saying? We all comedians. I'm not I'm not in it to look at it in the sense of what you are doing. I'm looking at it in the sense of what I have to do.
Mhm,
I'm going up there as Key Silly at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're doing it for. This could just be your hobby.
mhm.
You get what I'm saying? I'm doing this to possibly change my family life before they leave up out of here. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So were you off that night? That show probably couldn't have meant anything to you. But me personally, I always think you never know who's in that room.
Right.
You never know who in that room. Now we only
Mhm.
need one person to see
Right.
you. You
Now you
understand?
can now flipping the inverse of that, you say like say you're on stage and
Mhm.
you see a person in the crowd that's disengaged. He's like, does it can you see how that you see one person in the crowd just being like which is like I said, could throw your energy off or like or do you go out of your way to ignore them because you see that nothing's necessarily working on that particular person in the crowd? Or you say,
I shot
or
him out in the sweet. I shot him out in the sweet way. You
mhm,
get what I'm saying? But as long as everybody else is moving and grooving,
mhm,
sometimes I don't even notice a person if they're not laughing because by the time I look back at you, you laughed at something. You
right.
laughed at something that
Mhm,
I said because I'm gonna make sure of it.
mhm,
Because I done been looking at you and you've been acting like you don't want to laugh, but you moving your shoulders. I got you. Once you get to moving them shoulders, oh yeah, you want to laugh. You just scared to, cause
right.
you already done made this. You already made this story up in your mind about me. You get
Mhm,
what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it when people are disengaged in the crowd because they already judged me before they even knew my story. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I go up there and I be like, I don't go up there like, oh my God, they're not laughing because every time I look in the audience, I'm seeing who I need to see laughing, and
Mhm,
I'm automatically thinking, okay, what I'm about to say next. I'll get to you in a minute. You gon' laugh before you leave out. Before I leave off this stage, you gon' laugh because I'm
mhm,
going to say something that's relatable to you. Trust me. Now that's what I'm saying. Like as far as me transferring over to the diverse crowds, I'm starting to learn that what's funnier. You know, like what's funny. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? I'm starting to learn how to structure my funny a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? In the diverse crowds, because now they want straight jokes. You know what I'm saying? With the urban crowds, I can honestly relate more to them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Just put it like that. I'm learning. I'm learning.
No,
Like I'm ready to take. I'm ready. I'm looking at it in a business standpoint.
okay,
In the sense.
okay. Now you said now we're gonna go back to heroin Ave for a second. He was like, because I've done you send content to where I really didn't know everybody on set, or I'd met them that day and stuff like that. How was it you said being on such a project to where you pretty much know everybody there? You said, like, what's the energy like that? What's the energy of that like?
Well, well, you know, when you on set, depending on who you on set with, you might not have met this person.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause um, the first time that I shot, I knew nobody on set
mhm.
except for Amy and Ray. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? My very first time shooting, I knew nobody.
Okay.
So it was like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying? But then the second time I shot, I knew mostly everybody. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? But like that very first time, I didn't know anybody. So it was just like, yeah, I don't know anybody, but obviously my character do. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because the people that I do know working with, it's almost like natural to
Right.
just make it flow. You get what I'm saying? Versus when I feel like I'm in front of people that I didn't know, I felt like, okay, business.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like I need to business. Even when I shoot with the people that I do know, like Ray will be like, no, do your thing. Ad lib a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm sticking straight to the lines and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at it like I need if he was like, nah, if it's too, you know what I'm saying? He like, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. And it's like it's more natural. You know what I'm saying? He make you feel comfortable. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Cause I'm looking at it like, all right, I need to read my lines. You know what I'm saying? He like, no, read your lines, know what you gotta say, but flow. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And I feel like when you let something just flow like that, you have a better result because everybody just can naturally be boom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my type of feel anyway. To just naturally be
Absolutely.
me.
You just it's like you said working with all these incredible people. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times it could be overwhelming. Like, like do you get overwhelmed, or is it easy for you to lock in, especially like or you talking to yourself before you get to the shoot? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for the acting,
Hmm.
nah. For the acting, I'm just like I'm going over my lines. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the car, like I'm saying it in different ways. I'm using different expressions. I'm trying to go with the one that I like the most. You know what I'm saying? I lock in. I just
Hmm.
like comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like I know for a fact, like acting, what acting is going to do for a comedy.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Because I lock in with that, and then now it's like now I'm back locking in with my comedy because, like I said, I don't write jokes out. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But
Hmm.
I write bullet points, and I be like, what can I make funny out of it? You get what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I don't write jokes out because, like I said, depending on that crowd, I can make any story funny. I can
Hmm.
make anything funny. You know what I'm saying? You can make anything funny. It's just how you do it in front of that crowd.
Right.
That's why I. That's why when y'all see me locked in, I because I'm looking at that crowd. I'm looking at who's in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it older people, younger people, white people, black people, what? Any Mexicans in the crowd, any Indians in the crowd? Because I have a joke where I talk like them. You know what I'm saying? Like I have
Hmm.
a joke that I do. You get what I'm saying? And I did it before for some Indian cats, and they loved it. They laughed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm looking to see who can I reach in this room,
Hmm.
and I need to know I can reach the people that I know I can reach in the room, and I need to reach somebody that I know I'm not going to be able to reach in the room. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's I look at it like that, and that's the same thing with the Heron Avenue. Now you open my mind back up because now I'm thinking like, damn, that first time I shot, I knew nobody,
Hmm.
but you would have never knew that because it was just so boom locked in. Let's get it started.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
it's the same thing with comedy, man. Like it is like it's different. It's making me tighten up in a sense.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like okay, now I know I'm funny. I've been doing it for a couple of years. All right, now I know I'm funny. Now it's time to structure my funny.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? On a business standpoint, I'm looking at it like okay, I know I could be funny on stage. That's not the issue. Now I have to be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Now I have to know what that structure funny. That
Right.
boom, 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 boom funny. You know what I'm saying? That long lasting laugh funny. And I got some jokes that got that long lasting laugh where I be like, okay, y'all fucked with that one. All right. You know what I'm saying? I had to give them a minute.
Hmm.
So it's not that I know it's not that I can't. That's why I said I don't never let nobody tell me that I can't. It's like what do who's the next person in the audience that I need to get? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's the same thing with this acting stuff. Like I didn't think like you know what I'm saying that I ever start acting it, but I did once. I did something, It hasn't came out yet. It's called Side Chick Chronicles. I'm in Heron Avenue now. I believe I got something else brewing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? With Great. You know what I'm saying? I got something else brewing with him. Just a couple of different things on the acting side. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, T.I. with rap. You get what I'm saying? Like, me, I'm a comedian, but why not try your hand on the acting side too? You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way to make money, and people got to get their mind out of that. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you bake bread don't mean that you can't give dough to the bakery to make their cakes. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
it ain't one way to make money, man.
Okay, now in your opinion, who you saying like I could say from the 80s, 90s, and now, you said who are some of your favorite comedians to transfer from the stage to the big screen?
Eddie Murphy, Martin, Bernie Mac.
Okay.
Chris Tucker was cool, but I seen them kind of play different roles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chris Tucker pretty much had funny roles. I haven't really seen him. Oh, and Jim Carrey. I can't forget about Jim Carrey. That's one of my favorites. But they turned it just turned it into something totally different. You get what I'm saying? Like, for me, Martin and Eddie Murphy first, you know what I'm saying? That's my top stand up. Like, you know what I mean? To watch them play so many different characters and tap into the different people and being able to tie it in with your comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like how Martin was all the different type of characters in his TV show. And Eddie Murphy was all the different characters in he played his whole fucking family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, his whole family. Like, dude, when you see shit like that, and how Bernie Mac went from the stage to him in the Ocean's movie. That wasn't really a funny movie. You get what I'm saying? But Bernie Mac did his thing in it. You know what I'm saying? But he brought his little taste, a little funny every now and again when he needed to.
Right.
But then you see him in his last movie, Soul Man, and it's a comedy and he's singing. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fire. Same thing with Eddie Murphy. He in the do a stand up, but then he in Dreamgirls singing. You get what I'm saying? Because of course he started out, you know what I'm saying? Of course everybody know he started off singing and start with the singing and shit like that too. But anyway, he tried to do that. He tried to do that singing shit. But
my girl likes to party all the time.
Party all the time. So you know what I'm saying? So seeing him in Dreamgirls play that role, it was fun because it was his way of being able to sing. And then coming back to the future, that Dolomite movie that he got on Netflix. I watched it. And it was just like, okay, I see what he did there. You know what I'm saying? It's like them three though, them four. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, and Jim Carrey. To watch them transfer comedy and go straight to this big screen was crazy. And like we already know, Jim Carrey is crazy with it. Martin, you know what I'm saying? Like they play them characters, man, crazy with it.
Now you said, before we get up out of here, I want to touch on something because you said it crossed my mind, and it was just like I was watching this guy and he was talking about I guess people were mad about Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man game that just came out on PS5 or whatever, and certain people lost their fucking minds when they found out you said that Miles Morales, the black character, was considered the main character of the game. They literally were livid about this. Oh my God, Spider-Man's gone woke. And which is I cannot stand that fucking word. Because you said literally people have taken that word and bastardized it so much. It's like literally the way they were talking is like Peter Parker, oh, that's American. But Miles Morales, oh my God, that's woke. You talking about fucking fictional characters? like even with the Little Mermaid thing.
I was just about to say it. They did the same thing with Little Mermaid. Like it's just it's however you want to look at it. People are going to say positive things.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to say negative
Like
things.
I brought that back around.
It's what you react to.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit what anybody can come out and say.
Mm-hmm.
Can nobody say the truth but me? You get what I'm saying? And that's the type of thing where I be like, roll with it, man. Get your money, man. I'm happy that it is us. You get what I'm saying? Not saying like, I'm not saying it. I'm not trying to make it color, but it's just more so like, I'm happy to see different people play the role, because it's just like, okay, anybody can play the role. Why is it that a white person can be a superhero, but a black person couldn't? Mm-hmm. Because you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Peter Parker can't play Peter Parker forever. And then it's like, okay, they have a superhero. A black kid can have a black Spider-Man to look up to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, or our like we only got Princess Tiana. You mm-hmm. understand what I'm saying? But our daughters need princesses they can look up to. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. You got Mulan. You get what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm saying? There's different type of.
I mean, you're right, because like you look at Spider-Man. You saying Tobey Maguire to me was the best Spider-Man.
The best Spider-Man, but he can't play Spider-Man forever.
Right. You said so. Like literally, nobody has anything to fucking say when it shifted from Tobey Maguire to whatever the hell the next guy's name was. You was like. It's just like
I just had to go back and watch that shit, bro, because I refused to watch it, mm-hmm. and not because he was white, but because he wasn't Tobey Maguire.
Exactly. And like we all love the first Batman with Michael Keaton. They've changed Batmans like 5 or 6 fucking times. They've changed 007. They've changed 007. You saying James Bond? I don't know how many fucking times, but when they announced
they changed the Joker, they changed the Joker a few times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all in who played it. They did their thing when they played it.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but you said once the media mentioned that Idris Elba might be in line to play the next 007, motherfuckers lost it.
You know why?
Yeah, of course. We all
because you know what I'm saying. He's Idris. You know what I'm saying? Like They're not going to say anything because that role 007, he wasn't a white American man anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He's a British spy.
He's a British, and Idris is too. So it's like, what you going to say about it?
Right. I mean, it's crazy.
One British man to another.
And he was speaking about color. You know, it's like, oh, well, you saying My Little Mermaid isn't black. A flounder isn't yellow either. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. The fuck. Weird.
Anyway, now before we get up out of here, let everybody know what you got coming up and where they can find you, Key Silly.
Oh man, so you can follow me on Facebook at Key Steele, Steele. Everything else, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. It is I am Key Silly, IAM KEESILLY. You can catch me at Spokes and Jokes next Friday, December 1st. Tickets are $10. You gonna come enjoy some laughs. It's a nice lineup, and we got a little after party after that. So come kick it with us. Okay. I got Jazz and Center. I got a show that's coming up on there December 23rd. I got a show with Spike Lee and Gene Miller up at the Grog Shop on December 24th, and I got some other stuff in the works for December 2. I just ain't got the confirmation from them yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like button, turn on that bell notification so you don't miss another video. Without further ado, I love you. Lil Dub loves you. Key Silly love you. Silly gang, we love you, man. We out of here, man.
Peace. Appreciate it.
The boy Dub Deuce in the building.